Respect.
Forthright.
Forthright.
Furrow.
Hello.
I like the f. Furrow.
Furrow.
And confidence.
Confidence.
And then knowledgeable. Knowledgeable.
Knowledgeable. Knowledgeable.
Yeah. And you have the word knowledge and bull. So knowledgeable.
It's knowledgeable.
Yeah. Very well. So feel free to choose a word and define.
I choose the one. The first. Compassionate means having or showing compassion. And compassion means a feeling of deep sympathy for another person.
Correct. Yeah. I think that as a doctor, being compassionate can help to make this patient feel more comfortable in a hospital.
Yes, very much, I think.
Yeah. So feel free to make a sentence using compassionate.
He is a very kind doctor. He always has a compassionate voice when he has to tell a bad news.
Yes. Very good. Yeah, I had that. Is there a certain training involved for doctors to learn how to tell the patient about bad news? Do you get a training for this?
A little. When we practice with the people in the 2 years, the last 2 years, our teacher always tell us how to tell the bad news.
Yes. Yes.
But sometimes I think it's person is depend on the doctor, the personality of the doctor too.
Yes, I think so too. And sometimes that when you have a doctor that is not, it's very formal or strict, that maybe it's less compassionate how he delivers the news. And for a small detail, it's again your ending sound, the last 2 years.
Oh, the last 2 years.
Perfect.
Got it, I think.
Yeah, there's a small detail on your pronunciation for today, but I'll help you with that. So then let's continue towards number 2, respect.
Respect means to show the or to feel admired by behave in a right way.
Good. Yeah. How you show the admiration to another person, especially how that person behaves or kinds of skills a person has. Huh? Yeah.
The doctor should respect privacy of his patient.
Yeah, perfect. Absolutely. Indeed. So let me change that a little bit. I gave you the noun as it's the verb for today. To respect your patient. And also, as a patient, we should respect the doctor. As of late, in the time of internet, we can have a lot of so-called second opinions. Do you know the second opinion?
Yes, absolutely.
The second opinion is that you ask another doctor for to see what kind of thing or disease or illness you have. And many patients, they think they can have their own second opinion by just Googling and searching about it. But in my country, sometimes we also have a discussion in the Netherlands that patients should again respect the doctor more on their judgment. Yeah, so that's something I think it's important as well.
Oh, okay. But I think it's the right of the patients.
Of course.
Yes, to have the second opinion. But for Googling in the internet, I don't think that it is a second opinion.
No, I think so too. And that's what sometimes the patients think, like, I know because I can Google it and I can find my own information, but nobody knows exactly what kind of website it is, if it's correct information. How can you read this information in a good way? So that's something that I think we should always leave to the doctor to judge.
Yes, I think so. There's a lot of ice under the iceberg.
Absolutely, yeah. The top of the iceberg, as we say, it's only the top of the iceberg, and the rest of the iceberg is underwater, so we cannot see that. Yeah. Good. Let's continue to fourth right.
Fourth right is mean going straight to the point or direct to the point.
Yeah, that means being honest, direct in behavior. Especially doctors, they should be forthright about telling the patient about their results or about their treatments they need. Perfect. And please make a sentence with forthright. Yes, little man.
Sorry.
Please,
It's
okay.
hot. It's hot.
No.
I cannot turn on the electrical fan because it will interfere the sound, but maybe a little.
A little bit is okay. A little bit is okay. Yes.
Okay.
And don't worry, like Maline, we have a private class, so you can make as much noise as you want, because the only time when I, as a teacher, say that you should be more quiet or you should turn down the fan is if we have more than one student, because that can be for other students, that can be a little bit of annoyance. But now for today, absolutely no problem. So your son can make as much noise as he wants.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm so sorry.
It's absolutely no problem.
Sorry. This one is only 4.
Yeah. Well,
second. He's the second boy.
Yes. Good.
Okay. A fourth right report is quite dangerous in some situations.
Yes, especially if that undermines the managers or leaders you wrote the report about. Yes. Very good. And then thorough. Yeah, thorough is quite similar with forthright, but a little bit different.
I don't sure that I understand it completely, but this is mean absolute, right?
Thorough, complete.
Doing just doing something from the beginning to the end, right? Complete.
Yeah, to complete something, or when you talk about a doctor's practice, he has to work thoroughly. You have to be a thorough worker. That means detailed and careful. And then the second definition will be complete, like a thorough mess or thorough waste of time. I mean, very great or very much complete. Yeah.
And I think that the sentence should be after his thorough examination, he found that his patient was totally fine.
Perfect. Nicely said. And then number 5, I think that one you will know, confidence.
Confidence is a trust or faith, fully faith in something or someone.
Yeah, perfect.
With Without confidence, I think that you cannot be a good doctor.
Yes. Yes. It comes down, especially when you're a surgeon, for example, you have to have those precise cuts you have to make. Then you have to have confidence in your own abilities. Yeah. And then number 6, most of the doctors are knowledgeable.
Yes, knowledgeable mean know have a lot of knowledge.
Yeah, perfect. Have a lot of knowledge or knowing a lot. Good, absolutely. Very well. And please make a sentence with knowledgeable.
Without trying very hard to be a knowledgeable doctor, you cannot be a confident. You cannot be a confident doctor.
Absolutely. Yeah, perfect. Any questions, Maline, about the vocabulary?
Yes. When I use confidence, I think that it should be doctor after that. But its confidence is now and doctor is a noun too.
Yeah. So you have the adjective plus a noun. So adjective plus noun. That is the structure we use. So then you have to say a confident doctor, for example.
Confidence can be a noun and an adjective too, right?
So you have the adjective form. It's only about the last letter, the ending sound. So you have confident with a T, confident. That is the adjective. So you can say the noun is confidence with an S, confidence. So you have that small difference in the ending sound, which makes the difference of an adjective of a noun. So you can say a doctor. He is a doctor, for example. He is a doctor with confidence. Or you can say he is a confident doctor. So that's the small difference in the grammar. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
So when you have the structure with to be, so you have the first one is a subject plus to be plus an object. Then he is a doctor, and then you can do plus another object. So that's then the noun. So then he is a doctor with confidence. And you can also say subject plus to be plus an adjective plus an object. And then you can say he is a confident doctor. You can play a little bit with that. That's the grammar structures we use to have a correct sentence.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good. Yeah, very good. So let's continue towards our, see if the slide moves. Yeah, to our idiom and collocation. The first one, the idiom, to be, or yeah, to be under the care of somebody. That means that you are receiving medical care. To be under the care of a nurse, to be under the care of a doctor. Or if you are, for example, Maline, how you are knowledgeable about medicine, under the care of your mother. But you can give your children. Yeah, the thing is that I know that you have You are knowledgeable about medicine. So that means that you can give your children medical care. However, not every mother has knowledge about medical care. So I prefer saying under the care of a nurse, under the care of a doctor. That's better.
Yes.
Maybe we can say
Medical work.
he is under the care of Mother Maline. For example.
Yes.
Yeah. And then the other one, which is used often in English, to nurse, and it means that this is not a noun, this is a verb. This is a verb. To nurse someone back to health, that means really that you take care of this person in order to have him or her in a good health again. This can also mean that somebody is depressed, or somebody has an illness which is not severe, for example, having the flu. Yeah? As a father, I nursed my son back to health. And I took care of him when he had the flu, for example. So that this can be more than only a doctor. Yeah.
Yes, I understand that.
Okay, so I would like you to make a sentence with under the care of somebody and another sentence with to nurse someone back to health.
After my son got flu, I have to nurse him back to health for about 1 month.
Yeah, remember to use 2 times the past tense. So after my son got flu, the thing is, there are 2 ways to say this. If he still had, like he had the flu yesterday and he's having it today, after my son got the flu, I am nursing him back to health. And then you have the present continuous, because you are doing something today and probably also tomorrow, because the flu takes a few days before it's over. And so when he is at the moment, for example today, he has the flu, and then you can say, because yesterday after my son got the flu, I'm nursing him back to health. Or if you really talk in the past, another event, after my son got the flu, I nursed him back to health. Then you just simply use the past simple tense.
Okay, nurse him back to health. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, very well. And then also under the care of somebody.
So my oldest son was born. He have to be under the care of many doctors in newborn ICU.
Yes. Good. Yeah. Perfect. No problems with the idiom and the collocation. So let's continue towards our grammar structure for today. This is when you want to show your opinion. Not a fact, Maline. An opinion. As far as I know, in my knowledge, in my experience, and then in the second part, we say, what do we know? Maybe as far as I know is in a nice way to say, it's my understanding, it's my idea. Yeah, as far as I know, Dr. Smith is a caring person. You use this to say, I don't have the 100% truth. And like, I don't know, like, as far as I know, God doesn't exist. Yeah, I have no truth. I'm not 100% sure. That's how you use this structure.
Okay.
Yeah, so please make a sentence.
Okay. As far as I know, I think uh, doing doing homeschool is good for the special needs child.
Yes. Good. Perfect. Can you make one more sentence, please? Just to hear if you know it perfectly well. I think so.
Okay. As far as I know, I planting the vegetable in our home is good.
Good. Yeah, perfect. Very well. Okay. Any questions about this structure, Marine?
Yes. You said that as far as I know is equal in my idea and in my opinion, right? It's the same.
Yeah. So the thing is that you can be saying this simply said based on what someone knows. So what I think, what I know, but it's in a way to say that, look, I'm not the most smartest person in the world. Huh? It's like to not become very arrogant, cocky. So no, it's like this. You have to do it like this because I know this and this and this. That's really like a little bit cocky, a little bit arrogant. This is a friendly way to say, look, what I know, what I think about this matter, as far as I know, based on what I think, what I know, and then you can say that.
It's a polite way to say.
Yes, very good. It's a nice way to say that, based on your own opinion, based on your own knowledge. So friendly.
Sorry. But if I use it with the fact, maybe it's a little bit not proper. It's not proper,
No,
right?
because if it's a fact, then not only you, but other people think that as well. So as far as I know, let's see what kind of fact. Yeah, like as far as I know, the flu is every year we have another flu because of the change in bacteria. I don't know, something like that. That's a fact. We know that. So that's not like, as far as I know, the flu is a bacteria. Yeah, I'm looking at you like, yes, that's true. Like, like that's a fact. So it's more like a respectful, humble way to say, in my knowledge, in my thought, it's like this.
Thank you very much. I got many words.
Yeah, yeah. So it's a nice way to say, like, I'm not 100% sure, but this is what I think. So if somebody asks you, do you know what happened? What happened yesterday? Well, as far as I know, as far as I heard and what I think about it, this and this happened yesterday. But I was not there, so I'm not sure. Yeah, as far as I know.
Many things between the lines.
Yeah, yeah. It's the thing that in life nothing is certain, Marine.
Okay.
We have knowledge, but the question always is, what is knowledge? What is a fact? And when you study at the university, you know that many things in the university are not based on 100% facts. Maybe in medicine it is, but in other fields it's not. And then it's always a tricky part, so what is 100% true? That's what we agree. That's what we have considered. Do you know this word? Maybe that's an interesting... Do you know paradigm?
Paradigm.
Yeah.
Yes, I have heard, but I'm not sure that I 100% understand it.
Paradigm. I think that we show that there's an idea, an idea that is shared by other people, and we think this is a fact. This is at the moment what we think is true. Like often in new fields in the university, the research we do is, so we don't 100% know if it's a fact or not, but we accept it as a fact for the moment, because that is how we think of it. Yeah.
Okay, and understand. It's also in the medicine too now.
Also in the medicine, you have moments that the doctors say, well, based as far as we know, based on the research we've done so far, we know it's not complete. We think it's like this. So as far as we know, that's how you use this structure with paradigms.
Okay, and understand.
So that's indeed
been kicked from this conference.
That's been true, but we also fact that it can be changed with new research, new data.
It is now. Is now.
Yes, it's a noun. Yeah,
Paradigm.
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 Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, so that's a model of ideas we accept to be very clear, or to have a certain base of data that we accept for the time being. Like for example, when we look at our universe, Marlene, and we are still basing much research on Einstein's research, and it's just, for example, the gravity. We have a certain law, natural law, to measure and calculate the gravity. But if we look at the gravity, if we look at the universe and the laws of nature, we call that. So that's like math sums to calculate the gravity force, but that needs matter. And we need something to see how the gravity is working. And if we look at the whole universe, we're like, there is not enough matter, planets, stars, to keep everything where it is. The force is too strong. So that's what we have dark matter, and we have dark energy, and that's a paradigm, because we don't know what it is. We just create this idea to make our paradigm fit for what it is. But if you ask a scientist what is dark energy, they say, yeah, as far as I know, it's something like this and this. But yeah, it's not 100% sure, as far as I know.
Okay.
Yeah,
I understand it.
That's how we use that a little bit. So especially also with science, if I explain this to people who haven't been studying at the university, they tell me, teacher, you're just saying that at the university people don't know absolutely 100% for sure what something is. I said, yes, welcome to the world.
Yes, after I'm finished my medical school for about 10 years, and everything turned like this.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, it turned like this. Every knowledge changed every day, and the thing that was not true in the past became true in today.
Yeah, in the present.
Maybe, yes, the present, and maybe it's turned to wrong in the future.
For example,
yes,
you have to be accepting this to become not disorientated and delusioned about what is happening in the world. Good. Okay, so looking at today's conversation we can have, great doctors know and remember their patients and treat them if they were a member of their own family, and dedicate their working lives to preserving health. So can you discuss with me some essential qualities of a good doctor?
I think a good doctor should have the quality that you have said before, and they also have to have a good knowledge and try to keep up on the quickly change of knowledge. And um, sometimes they have to, I think, sometimes maybe they have to experience of being a patient, a very bad, very sick patient once
Hmm.
in life. That's it.
Yes, absolutely. Good. Yeah, I think personally that it's very important as a doctor to be understanding that your knowledge will change. It can become, in a way, from the truth, it becomes false. And you have to keep training and keep learning. That's important. Yeah?
Yes, yes, it's very important. Things change every day.
Yeah. Yeah, and also I think that, for example, when we talk about cancer, there are many types of cancers. And
Yes.
it seems to be that in 20 years ago, we called a certain type of cancer where it happened in the body. So you had brain tumor, you had breast cancer, you had liver cancer, you had bone cancer. But now we know that it's not about the certain part of a body, it's about the cell of
Yes.
the body. And we have all the cells everywhere in the body. So the name breast cancer, brain tumor is not the true definition of the type of cancer. So now we have to build a whole database of the different types of cancers to have a good treatment for this type. So that's another example of how it's constantly changing. Also the vocabulary used, the terminology,
Mm-hmm.
of our knowledge or terminology is changing. The terminology is also changing. So that's something that you have to be aware of as a doctor as well.
Yes, many new words
Yes, many new words. Yeah.
create every day.
Absolutely. Good. I think that we had a very good lesson for today, Maline. And looking at your pronunciation, there's one key point for today, and that is that we have to be aware of pronouncing the letter S at the end of a word.
Yes.
So that's not much. I picked out two things. The first one is that we have the plural
Yes.
noun. So just as an
This is
example.
my weak point.
Yeah.
Always forget it.
2 years.
For me.
Yeah, 2 years. And the another one, I know that you are doing very well. The doctor speaks, she comes, like you know that. The only thing that you have to know is that any one, anybody,
Anybody.
yeah, for example, these
And
go,
someone
and someone,
too.
someone as well. Someone, they go together with the singular verb. So that means that we have to use that in combination with the present tense third person. So someone comes to the doctor. Anyone can come to the doctor is another one. And just remember to pronounce as well then the S in the verb. That's another thing for today. And otherwise, it's just that I noticed that you still have some questions which I will help you with in future classes. So I think that for you it's time ahead. So try to play around with the sentence structure a little bit more. And that means that I want you to be aware of the use of nouns versus adjectives. And that comes together with different verbs. So some verbs go together good with the noun and some ones go together with the adjective. So you can see that to be plus the adjective, for example, and